Hello traders, welcome to today's video, Tuesday the 12th of March 2024. This is your Bitcoin and crypto update. Bitcoin is at $72,000. Yesterday, of course, we had the first daily open and close above our previous all-time highs, and that is incredibly bullish. So far, we are just chilling in a range here between around about just above 71 and just below 73. So a decent little range to be trading. But as of today, just chopping around the middle. If we look at the volume profile since we came up into this range, just hovering around that POC. Okay, it's like slightly below, slightly above, slightly below, slightly above, blah, 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 all of that kind of thing. Also, if we take our anchored VWAP from over there, we're right there as well. And if we do have a look at the anchored VWAP from the low, then that is just currently acting as some decent support here, which is something that I always pay a lot of attention to. Okay, if you have an impulse, anchor your VWAP from the impulse, look for that as support, and it is as it is support. If it's the other way around, it's resistance, and you would expect the trend to continue. Now, I have a few little positions on my chart, these basically being the only trades that I personally would be interested in taking today. I haven't taken the short position. I will explain why in just a second. Just for the simple reason being that I don't really think it's as likely to play out. However, if there was an opportunity, if something changed and there was an opportunity to go short to get into these longs, then this is ideally what I would target. So daily open, okay, you can see that there was that move above daily open. It lost it with relatively high volume, has had a test into it, a slight move above that couldn't get sustained, and once again testing into it again just here about an hour ago. Okay, so looking at this as potentially being some sign of weakness. Is it like a rounded top kind of thing? We're going to be looking for this drop down in a similar way to how we had this the other day, and then it did get that eventual drop before we move higher, where we could be targeting some of these lows down here. And also, it is important to be aware that there is CPI data later on today. And the last time that CPI happened was back, I believe it was this 13th and 14th of Feb, where there was that impulse up. It came back down. This would have also been the weekly open where it tested into. So you can actually see from here, if you go to a Monday, I think it was this day. Monday at midnight. So a weekly open there. Okay, you impulse up on the Monday, you hold a range, you drop back down on the Tuesday on that CPI data, and then get continuation higher. So we are looking at the potential of something similar happening today. Okay, we have that Monday open, impulse up. Is there the potential that this comes back down to test the weekly open as we get that CPI data later on today? That will be at 12:30 UTC, not 1:30 UTC. Very important to remember that. Okay, the clocks in the US have gone back, forward by an hour, which means that for us here in Europe and for trading on UTC, that means New York open is at 13:30, 1:30 p.m. and the news events are going to be happening at 12:30 UTC for the next few weeks until Europe catches up and does its summertime as well. Now, anyway, back to this. So that's an idea that I do have, is looking at the potential for a short position for a drop. First of all, this just coming into single prints and the top of the high volume candle that we had previously. So looking down here at around about 70,600 to 70,500 for a possible long position to take us up to new highs, because as I say, it's a bull market. Okay, we got to be bullish. We got to be targeting those long positions. Or if this does drop a bit lower, you'd have a pretty tight stop on this. You do not want to be seeing candle closes within this candle. Otherwise, the chances are we trade all the way through it. And then what that essentially does afterwards is takes us back down towards that weekly open, which comes back into value for this previous range over here. So yeah, a couple of trades that we could take long off of this. But so far, I'm not convinced we do get the drop. Okay, it would have to be the news event that gets the drop. And the reason being for that is that once again today, okay, as we continue to get every day, is we've had a considerable amount of perps selling, okay, this morning. So price up since perps, like since this high over here, CVD down, spot bid is still holding really well. So that does sometimes change during the New York session itself, where you do get a bit of spot selling going on. But overall, yeah, looking more likely at this stage that there is bullish divergence once again playing out, which is just something I say like literally every day, and it's getting very boring, but it keeps leading to higher prices, so it's incredibly easy to trade. When you also look at this, it's not so much clear on the Bybit chart. You do actually have some bearish divergences here on the Bybit USDT pair, which is why I don't like using the aggregated is better, or using the exchanges that have more volume. And what we can see once again today is an increase in open interest with negative delta. So on some exchanges, you do have the bearish divergence. On some exchanges, you do have the bullish divergence. The bullish has been the one that plays out more often than not. I can't remember the last time a bearish divergence really played out. It may have been actually the last CPI day, but I can't remember for sure. So overall, looking pretty good, and aggregated is certainly showing us that we can be expecting higher prices, even if there is to be a bit more of a dip here. So the order flow looking healthy, the chart itself looking healthy. I just think that it would be really nice if we can get these moves down, because that will give some better opportunities elsewhere. Now, there are also a ton of altcoins that I'm looking at. I'm not going to mention all of those on the stream, but of course, today we did do our London trading room with the crew. And I, of course, have shared all the ideas with that. We're going over this Bitcoin idea here. We did our trading room. We're looking at potential setups here on Ethereum coming into a 4-hour gap that was really nice. Looking at a long trade here on Pixel that I've got filled in. That's going well so far. A potential long on Portal as it comes down into a daily OB, filling a 4-hour gap down here and into the POC. Avalanche, very, very bullish on Avalanche. So I've been sharing these ideas this morning. And then we had a potential entry trigger for the ETH long here as we were doing the trading room itself. And of course, if you are interested in joining our community, trading alongside myself, I am sharing my setups and my trades on a daily basis. Okay, we had the Solana trade yesterday that hit take profit. We had the Ethereum trade yesterday that won. A ton of trades here all the time. Constantly sharing the ideas and the analysis alongside the rest of the coaches here, who are always sharing their ideas and analysis here, from French Bull, Randall, Cake, Delirium, Fugazi, constantly sharing ideas. And then we've got a extremely active community trading all the time, looking at many different setups. You've got Bitcoin TA, you've got altcoins TA, you've got something else over there that's only available to a few people at the moment, and a bunch of other stuff. And of course, we do have our massive educational library of content over here as well. So yeah, if that is something you are interested in, then do go and check out the links in the description below. Go to toruscrypto.com and you can find out more information about our community. And also, please do be aware, like we go to the Discord. There's a ton of announcements there. If you're interested in joining us in Dubai next month, then do let me know. Hit me up in the DMs or whatever. And we have some like nice bonuses on offer for trading on some of the exchanges. So check out the links that are in the description below. I would massively appreciate it, as always. It is, of course, much easier to trade with a group of individuals rather than trading on your own, because it's impossible to look at everything in the market just on your own. So if you're looking for good setups, if you're looking for proven trades, okay, we've got a track record of doing this over, I think this is our third year of being a community, but for myself, 7 years of trading crypto. So we've got a pretty good track record. We do win a lot more often than we lose, and we do make some money over there. So if you want to come and join us, then feel free to do so. On that note, I am going to wrap this video up. There's not too much more to say, just that everything's looking very good. You're not bullish enough. However, it may be, there may be a bit of a drop later on today because we do have important data coming out. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video, Cheers. Bye bye.